Hey, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to my channel update for Monday, February 20th, 2017. And last week's recap, I uploaded the ESXi 6X for home lab use, and let's see, I ended up calling it How to Configure and Integrate GNS3 VM, Viral, etc. with Physical Network Integration on ESXi. So again, the main point of that one was to pick up from the previous video, where not only do you set up and build it from scratch, but then configure the appliance, but then also the devices in the appliance. So the CSR 1000Vs, the iOS XR, NXOS, and all those things like that. So just kind of have a comprehensive build from start to finish for those that want to build their own labs or use the free lab beta. Now, missing from the list, and I was really hoping to get it in, was the SIP trunk and SRST configurations. Murphy visited me this week, and starting off with my nemesis, or nemesises. So I think I started Wednesday. I was going to do the recording because I was picking up a cold and didn't get a whole lot of sleep from the previous week. So I started to record the video, and again I feel these little tickles, and sure enough there's ants on my arms. I look down because they're really tiny, it's hard to see, and my basement's really dark, but they were crawling all over everywhere, my keyboard, chair, and I realized they were like on my leg, and that's when I found that they're actually coming from a crack right under my desk where my feet were. So I didn't want to fog the place and move all my stuff upstairs again. So I went with the Taro liquid ant baits and set those out for a few days. And there were flying ants and different types of ants, but they went in like clockwork, and they were contained because originally they were scattered everywhere. But when I put those out, they stayed there. But then I lost my voice. I've been like congested and developed a cough. So wasn't optimal. I'm getting over it now. I'm actually obviously able to string sentences together without going into a coughing fit or losing my voice altogether, so should be able to record here really soon. And Friday I had the DSL outage, and it's still down. Probably not going to get fixed till sometime later this week, but thanks to some layer 2 VPN tunneling, I was able to get a band-aid together so it's functional as it normally is. The only thing that doesn't work is the back end of the PRI, so the call will go over the PRI, but the back end won't actually go to the recording that it's supposed to, as well as the SIP trunk and VCSE. Now I say SIP trunk because I did add one in preparation for the call. Another thing I wanted to point out was one of the viewers told me about this website here, the SIP UA. We were just talking about different SIP trunk providers, because since 2005 I would have, like, and I know I've mentioned it before, but Gafachi was like an awesome, it was like less than a penny per call, and it was prepaid, so you pay like 20 bucks and it would last me forever, because I pretty much make test calls, try different things, but I don't actually use it day to day. So I've been trying to find providers like that, and told me about this SIP UA. And when you look at their services, you can see here that they have the lab edition was free. It limits you to 2 minutes, but it's specifically for home labs. And see at the very bottom here, it's like home lab, sign up here. So I signed up, and it's essentially, they have an asterisk based system, same thing I was going to do in the lab, but they allow for actual PSTN calls. I was going to have simulated PSTN calls. So I thought this would be a great opportunity when I do the SIP trunk videos that will go ahead and use this. Of course, I got it set up and registered, and that's when the DSL went down. So I haven't been able to test the inbound. What it looks like you might do is you call a number and then you dial the extension they give you. That's my guess how it works. Once my DSL is restored, I can fully test that, and we'll be doing that together actually in the SIP trunk video. So I actually might even wait for that, and we can do it live together. And then just with some housekeeping items, I'm still catching up on email. I've been getting a lot more, I was gonna say emails, but that sounds pretty obvious. I was trying to think of a more elegant way to say that, but more people have been reaching out to me for different things, and which is totally fine. But as you know, I respond to all the tweets and private messaging and comments, as well as the email, but my email gets so backed up sometimes that it's really hard for me to get caught up. So I started a Facebook page as well, just from the social media aspects of things, because ultimately I get a lot of same questions from a lot of different people, and I was thinking of maybe having like a frequently asked questions sections, and then possibly similar to have my weekly updates. I was thinking maybe then, in addition to have it posted centralized somewhere, perhaps like another series that are just video responses to different technologies based on other questions and videos that I have. So just kind of some stuff I've been thinking about for going forward in the future, I should say. Also, in regard to centralization, I had stated that I would post when there are known outages on the VoIPTech.info page, but it's on the same DSL line as the Freelab itself. So when I lost the DSL connection, lost the web page. So if you're a Freelab beta user and the VoIPTech.info page isn't working, then the lab's probably not working. We're at the mercy of my consumer grade service, which is why I have to wait till next week to get it fixed in the first place. But hey, it's free, right? So this week, I don't see any reason why I can't get the ziptrunk config to ISP and SRST videos done. Next week I'm on call, but I'm taking a day off because the Nintendo Switch is coming out and I pre-ordered that, so gotta take a day off for that, right? But I will get the Cube ziptrunk config SRST video in this week. And as far as gaming, if I can, I'll see how that goes. There's a game I saw, it's called 2017 VR Online, which is a multiplayer online game. And normally I don't like at least with consoles, playing online just because everyone's just pretty much trash talking each other. And, I like competitiveness, but, when people are just cussing at each other all the time, it's not that fun. But with the VR, there seems to be more adults or mature people. I don't know I don't want to offend anybody, but basically people that can be competitive without cussing each other out. There's more of that type of people on there, so I enjoy playing in those environments where you can be competitive but not have to degrade people. So, and then again for the comments, lots more requests for ziptrunk, so that is my goal for this week. I also had a request for a home production tour for the 8865 phone that I made a video on. I was showing how I use it in my home network and had a request for giving a full tour of that. So I'll try to do that too. With moving everything around, it's kind of embarrassing because there's some spaghetti mess and I can kind of be OCD on my wiring sometimes. So I like to get it nice and pretty, and then I'll show you. And there was a request to demo the configuration of Jabber and iPhone, and I guess I've already set those up for the Freelab users. So if you have AnyConnect with your iPad, iPhone, Android device, you can use the AnyConnect and then log in with one of the YouTube users. I saw some people were creating their own users, which is fine too. So you can log in with whatever you want. But as far as setting them up, it's pretty straightforward. But again, that was kind of an assumption on my part because we have people at all different levels and experience with things. So next time when I do things like that, I'll actually make recordings as I do it, just so if you've never done it before, we have it there. So I will go back and also work that in. It'd probably be good to go with a VCS, but since I'm having issues with that, maybe I'll just make a short, quick video, few minutes long, just going over that configuration and then give a demo, so you have that. Alright guys, so I think that's all I have for today, so look forward to that video this week. I say that as I start coughing, but yeah, so probably by Wednesday or Thursday at the latest I'll start recording that. So yeah, so my son's reading himself a book now, so I'm gonna go get him. But as always, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.